Hi guys, welcome to Steph's Crafts. Today we're going to be making a pot holder, which is just that, basically. This was my prototype this morning. The wadding is too much wadding, so I need to leave a gap. So that's a bit bulky, but it'll do for me, so I'm not worried. So I'm using this cute kiwi fabric, which is, I think it's 10 by 10. Let me just check for you. Yep, 10 by 10. And the wadding I've cut just less than that, so it's about 9.5. So you just lay your back and your front on top of each other. If you've got directional print, when I say directional print, most of you know what directional print is now. It's well, that's not directional. That's directional. Then make sure it's up the right way. Also, if you're using a print for the back, make sure you put it the right way round. Otherwise, it'll be inside out. So I've got my material. I've cut my wadding out for you. I'm just going to pin it together so that while I'm sewing, I can keep the wadding still. Because I'm not actually sewing into... That's my washing machine. Not actually sewing into the wadding. So what's the weather like? Mine's not too good, if I'm honest. It was better this morning when I woke up. And I thought, yes, washing day. Well, I think someone's got other plans for today for washing. So basically, you need to just sew all the way around your side, leaving a 2-inch gap in one side to turn it right side out. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on. Kind of life's got in the way. So I'm hoping to be able to do some more videos. Oh, it's because I'm trying to cut wonky donkey. So yeah, I found my book this morning. I should leave it with my sewing machine, but I don't. So I've not written anything in it for ages, and all this stuff that I've been thinking of, and I was like, my book's got to be here somewhere. I found my book this morning, very happy. So I've added some of the things I thought of, probably not all of them, but some of the things to the book, which was quite handy, if I'm honest. Because there's only so much my head can store in the way of projects. The next project may be a candle one. Just because we haven't done a candle one in a while. And it doesn't involve getting loads of stuff out, whereas the resin is. Yeah. But we'll see. It probably will be a candle one, guys. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that one. I still can't do lives, which is a bit of a pain, but hopefully I'll get a few more people to like and follow. And then, you know, be able to do lives, and then it won't take me 4 times to do this video. But I think we'll definitely be doing the candle one next. Quite looking forward to that. So you want about 2 inches. And then you've got to take your pins out, because you will not be able to turn it right side out if your pins are in. And I generally might try and pin it, so that's pinning 1, because my wadding is moving. Like that. 1 will do. And then just put your hand in your hole, inch your finger, grab the corners, and then just pull it through. This will be where you'll see if any of the sides have not taken. And then you can just, looks like a big sausage. Put it back out, and then this is because I've got the pin in it, that's not budging, which is kind of what I wanted it to do, but not to really this extent. There we go. So pull it out. I need to, oh, that was clever, wasn't it? Ow! I found the pin. So push your wadding in. This is why you're going to quilt it, because on using and washing it is going to move, and then you're just going to have 2 bits of fabric, and they are not going to save you from any type of heat whatsoever. Always use a cotton, don't use a polyester. Obviously polyester, when it gets hot, if you've ever ironed polyester, kind of shrinks and melts. So if you're holding hot pans, you don't want your oven mitt or your pot holder to shrivel into nothing. And then just grab your, this is like making a bed on a smaller scale. Let's just get my hand in now. So let's just find a corner and shove it in there. Find a corner and shove it in there. And then exposed to whack out like a duvet, but it's not working. There we go. And then just try and make it flat. I don't know why this is not going flat, because it's not nowhere near the same size. It's folded at the bottom as the glove, the mitt, the pot holder even. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Right, so I'm just putting out loose threads. So that's what it looks like. So now I'm just gonna start by edge stitching as close to the edge as you can, because that'll also close up your hole. I always use a little stitch for this, just because you're shutting holes up. Just close to the edge all the way round if you can, because this will also help in catching the wadding a bit, so it won't move as much when you're quilting. It's like my machine's sulking because it's been put away for a little while, so now she's sulking, but she'll get over herself. So literally all the way round. With a small stitch. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so there will be a candle tutorial coming up, because I've had a few faults with that, so we'll see how that goes. Then when the weather is a bit nicer, so I can actually put them outside, I will maybe do the resin. So yeah, there's quite a few coming up. A lot more sewing than there is any of the others. Doesn't like this. Why does she not like it? It's winding me up now. I don't know what I was saying. I've lost my train of thought, actually. Yeah, candles. I'm going to try multicoloured, but with different essence. And see what happens with those. I don't quite know how they're going to work, to be honest. Bear with me one sec. Hiya. So yeah, I've been doing quilting off camera because it's boring to watch. But you don't have to do straight lines. If your machine is movable, then you can do wavy lines, circles, anything really. Mine just does straight lines, but you don't have to do the diamonds like I've done. You can do, so it produces squares rather than diamonds. Or whatever you fancy really. So I'm just checking, the back's probably best to check. Actually, it's looking good. So let me just go over that little bit, just that little bit. It's been gone over about 3 times now by the looks of it. Okay, the more quilting the better. And then that one, I think, needs going over. Like that. So I've done diamonds. They're not straight lines. I'm not worried about straight lines. Like I say, it's oven hotbed. It's going to be used to hot dishes. Yeah, so like I said, you haven't got to do the quilting. But I think it just helps to keep the wadding in. It's a shame you can't feel. I mean, I can feel the difference already just by touching that one on its own, that it's different to the one I made earlier, which has got no quilting and was made wadding size the same as material size. So I definitely think what was I going to say? Yeah, I definitely think making it a little bit smaller so you don't sew it into the seams is better, because if you sew it in the seams, I'll show you in a moment. Let me just, she's bit this. I've got new glasses just purposely because I couldn't see. There we go, the needle. So the seams here are really bulky, but on this one it's quite flat. That's still usable. It's still got the thermal lining in, you know, and it is still usable, but it's just thinner. So I could hear the boys then. Oh, hang on, they're home early. The quilting makes it flatter anyway, so it'll always be flatter if it's quilted than if it isn't. But it just feels so much better. So I'm just going to cut all the dangly bits off, and I'll proper tidy it up off screen, but just because I can't stand dangly bits. They drive me mad. And there's loads of them. Some of them aren't actually attached, because some of them are actually threads. Some of these are coming undone, which is fine. And just go over them. So there's your finished project. Okay. Let's just chop all the cotton off you don't want. Like this little heavy bits at the end I don't like. Smaller scissors would probably be better. I have got some, but it's a bit like the book, I can't find them either. So there you go. Like I said, not very straight lines. Really not straight lines actually, but it's an oven pad. You're not, you know, unless the Queen's coming round, King, sorry, you're not going to worry about it. So there's the quilted one and the non-quilted one. Different sizes of fabric, so obviously it is bigger. But yeah, quilted is definitely the best way to go. It keeps all your wadding in one place, less likely for burny paws. So yes, I'm going to go off and chillax a little bit, maybe do another one before the kids come home, and then some more projects coming up will be candles, woodwork, because I've got to do Alex's bedroom sign, resin, and obviously more sewing is going to be coming up as well. I've got cotton in my hair. So thanks for being here today, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye guys.